16 degrees in Penzance, whilst Edinburgh shivers at just 4. Cornwall, warmer than the Scottish Highlands by 12 degrees. How is that even possible in early February? Is your area about to face the wettest spell we've seen in months? Right now, 14 Met Office yellow warnings are active across England and Wales, affecting over 30 million people. Flooding already reported in Devon, Somerset, and parts of Gloucestershire. But what is coming next could change everything. In the next 90 seconds, I'll tell you exactly when the rain arrives in London, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, Cardiff, and Belfast. Drop your location in the comments right now, and I'll include your area in tomorrow's personalised forecast. Right then, let's get straight to it. London, you are looking at rain moving in late Thursday afternoon around 5 o'clock, heaviest overnight, clearing by Saturday lunch. Manchester, your rain arrives slightly earlier, Thursday morning continuing through to Saturday evening with some heavy bursts Friday night. Birmingham, similar timing to London, but you'll see the worst of it Friday afternoon. Glasgow, you are actually dodging the worst of this. Some showers Thursday, but nothing like what's hitting further south. Cardiff, brace yourselves for Thursday evening into Friday, some of the heaviest rainfall totals we're re-expecting across Wales. Belfast, you are in a relatively drier slot until Friday afternoon when Atlantic systems arrive. Now, here's what nobody is talking about. This isn't just one weather system. We're re-dealing with a conveyor belt of Atlantic lows. The Met Office model is showing 3 distinct systems between now and next Wednesday. The European model, 4, possibly 5. That difference matters enormously for southern England. Currently 15 degrees in Plymouth, 13 in Bristol, 11 in Birmingham, 9 in Leeds, 7 in Newcastle, just 5 in Aberdeen. These temperatures are running 3 to 4 degrees above average, but that mildness comes at a price. Copious rain. A deep low pressure system sits west of Ireland, central pressure 975 millibars. The isobars are tightly packed, meaning strong winds across western coastal areas. Gusts of 80 to 90 kilometres per hour possible across Cornwall, Devon, Pembrokeshire, and the Western Isles. Brighton, Southampton, Portsmouth, you are looking at rain Thursday night into Friday morning. Nottingham, Leicester, you'll see it Friday afternoon. York, similar timing to the Midlands. Exeter already seeing rain this morning, continuing intermittently through the week. Inverness, you're in the clearest slot, just occasional showers, nothing persistent. Aberdeen, partly cloudy Thursday, some rain Friday night. The big question, how much rain? The Met Office forecasts 50 to 70 millimetres across southwest England by Saturday morning. Parts of Dartmoor could see 80 to 100 millimetres. That's a month's worth in 48 hours. Already saturated ground means flooding is increasingly likely. But here's where it gets interesting. The European model shows slightly lighter totals, 40 to 60 millimetres, but spreading further north into Lancashire and Cumbria. The Met Office keeps the heaviest rain further south. By tomorrow morning, runs, we should know more. Do check back tomorrow because that 30 to 50 kilometre difference changes everything for Manchester, Liverpool, and the Lake District. Bristol, unfortunately, right in the firing line. Thursday evening onwards, persistent rain, heavy bursts, continuing into Saturday morning. Cambridge, Oxford, rain spreading from the west Friday morning, heaviest midday into afternoon. Dover, one of the last areas affected, Friday evening into Saturday. When I say Thursday evening, I mean 6 to 8 o'clock. Overnight is 10 o'clock through to 6 in the morning. These distinctions matter for planning, particularly Friday morning commutes across southern England where wet roads and spray are guaranteed. The jet stream sits directly across the UK, positioned over Scotland, running west to east. Wind speeds of 250 kilometres per hour at altitude are funneling these Atlantic systems straight towards us. There's one detail that concerns me most. We are not getting any breaks. Normally, you'd see a ridge of high pressure between lows, giving 12 to 24 hours of drier weather. The models aren't showing that. It's low after low through next Wednesday. Swansea, Bangor, heavy rain Thursday night into Friday. Snowdonia could see 70 to 90 millimetres. The River Severn and River Wye both likely to see rising levels this weekend. Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, rain Friday continuing into Saturday morning, 50 to 60 kilometre per hour winds, temperatures around 10 to 12 degrees, above 600 metres across the Cairngorms and Western Highlands, wet snow mixing in Friday night. Inverness and Fort William might wake to snow on the hills Saturday, but valleys staying as rain. After Saturday, model uncertainty increases. The Met Office suggests a brief, drier interlude Sunday into Monday, perhaps 12 to 18 hours, then another system Monday night. The European model shows rain continuing through Sunday across eastern England, then a short Monday break before Tuesday's system, which looks more potent than the Met Office version. Birmingham, Leeds, Manchester, this matters. Are you getting a decent dry Sunday or not? Tomorrow morning runs should clarify. That's why I emphasise, come back tomorrow. Glasgow, Edinburgh, you're in a relatively favoured position. Some rain Thursday and Friday, but nothing like the persistent heavy falls further south. Your bigger concern is wind Thursday night, gusts of 70 to 80 kilometers per hour across central Scotland, right around 12 minutes now. Here's something unexpected, very early signals in the long-range models for a pattern change around 15th to 18th February. This is speculative, but both Met Office and European ensembles hint at high pressure building from the south. If that happens, we could see drier, perhaps colder weather mid to late month. The models have suggested this, backed away, then suggested again. We need daily updates to track this. Belfast, Derry, your rain arrives Friday afternoon, heaviest overnight into Saturday. 40 to 50 millimeters possible across Northern Ireland, particularly western counties. Winds also a factor, 60 to 70 kilometers per hour gusts Friday night. Cardiff mentioned earlier, but let me add specifics. Your evening commute Thursday looks wet. Friday, persistent rain all day. Saturday morning, still damp, finally clearing Saturday afternoon. Not ideal, but temperatures staying mild, around 11 to 13 degrees. Brighton, you are seeing rain Friday morning rush hour. Plan accordingly. The seafront will be blustery, winds directly on shore, so some spray and larger waves. Not dangerous, but worth noting if you are planning coastal walks. One thing I should mention, the Met Office has indicated they're re-monitoring this situation closely, and yellow warnings may be upgraded to amber for southwest England if rainfall totals increase in subsequent model runs. That's worth paying attention to if you in Devon, Cornwall, Somerset, or South Wales. Aberdeen, you've got the lightest end of this. Friday night, some rain. Saturday, some showers, but nothing persistent. You are actually seeing one of the better forecasts across the UK this week. Temperatures around 6 to 8 degrees, so chilly, but not exceptionally so. Let me talk about compounding factors. We've had substantial rainfall the past 2 weeks. Soil moisture at saturation across many areas, river levels elevated. Adding 50 to 70 millimeters increases flooding risk disproportionately. The Environment Agency has issued flood warnings across Devon, Somerset, Gloucestershire, Worcestershire, more likely as this rain moves through. If you are in a flood risk area, check their website regularly. Exeter, Torquay, Plymouth, all in the highest risk category for localized flooding. Urban drainage likely overwhelmed during heavy bursts. Drive carefully, avoid standing water. Newcastle, Sunderland, showery rain. Friday, nothing too heavy. Temperatures around 8 to 10 degrees. The northeast escaping the worst this time. There's one location seeing something unexpected, the Scottish Islands. Orkney and Shetland, very strong winds Thursday night into Friday. Gusts potentially reaching 100 kilometers per hour across exposed areas, ferry disruptions likely. Check with operators if you have travel plans. Liverpool, Birkenhead, the Wirral, on that boundary. The rain band S northern edge will be near the Mersey. Could mean moderate or heavier rain depending on a 20-kilometer shift. Frustrating, but that S reality at 3 days range. Wind concerns. Southwest England, South Wales, Thursday night windiest, 60 to 70 kilometers per hour inland, 80 to 90 along exposed coasts. Friday afternoon winds ease slightly but remain blustery. Cambridge, Norwich, Ipswich, rain, Friday morning into afternoon. East Anglia seeing lighter totals than southwest, 30 to 40 millimeters, still enough for localized issues given recent wet weather. What I am watching for tomorrow, the Monday-Tuesday system timing, southwest England rainfall intensity Thursday night, and those mid-month long-range signals. If these change significantly, I'll highlight immediately. Southampton, Bournemouth, Poole, Friday's the wettest day. Rain late morning, heaviest afternoon into evening, easing overnight into Saturday. Coastal areas seeing strong southwesterly winds, ferry services potentially disrupted Friday afternoon, weekend plans across southern England. Friday is not the day for outdoor activities. Saturday morning still unsettled. Saturday afternoon and Sunday offer the best chances for something drier, though not completely dry, more like drier intervals between showers. Glasgow, whilst avoiding heaviest rain, Friday morning as commute could see disruption from strong winds, tree branches, debris on roads. Factor in extra time. The pressure gradient Thursday night is remarkable. 30 millibars difference between southwest England and northeast Scotland over 600 kilometres. That S generating these strong winds. Leeds, Bradford, Friday afternoon into Saturday morning wet. 40 to 50 millimetres across higher ground either side of the Pennines. Valleys seeing 30 to 40 millimetres. Forecasting rainfall 3 to 4 days ahead has inherent challenges. Models are excellent at broad patterns, less precise at exact totals for specific locations. That S why I give ranges. Tomorrow's update will be valuable with fresher data. Birmingham, Coventry, Wolverhampton, Friday afternoon heaviest rain. West Midlands seeing 40 to 50 millimetres by Saturday morning. M5, M6 corridors likely to see spray and surface water, particularly Friday evening rush hour. Some hope after all this rain. Sunday S looking brighter across many areas. Not completely dry, still some showers but sunny spells between them. Temperatures remaining mild, 10 to 14 degrees, quite pleasant for early February. Edinburgh, Friday is showery rather than persistent. Temperatures 7 to 9 degrees. Windy Friday afternoon, gusts 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, easing Friday night. The jet stream shifts slightly south Monday into Tuesday, potentially bringing the next system on a more southerly track, keeping heaviest rain across England rather than Scotland. But Monday and Tuesday are still distant. Time for changes. Sheffield, Rotherham, Doncaster. Friday afternoon rain continuing into Saturday morning. The Pennines seeing higher totals, valleys moderate, 30 to 50 millimeters across South Yorkshire. Manchester, Salford, Stockport. Friday's your wettest day. Rain mid-morning, heaviest afternoon, continuing into Saturday morning. 50 to 60 millimeters across Greater Manchester. Transport disruption likely Friday evening. Soil moisture across southwest England is concerning. We re at 100 to 110% of normal for early February. Adding 50 to 70 millimeters means water has nowhere to go except into rivers and streams. Bristol, Bath, Thursday night into Friday, critical. The River Avon likely significantly elevated Saturday and Sunday. Urban areas could see localized flooding where drainage is struggling. Pattern change watch. If that shift materializes, we could go from 12 to 14 degrees and rainy to 6 to 8 degrees and clearer within 48 hours mid-month. Still speculative, but worth noting. Plymouth, right in the firing line all week. Rain continuing intermittently through Sunday. Monday looking like your first genuinely drier day. Stay safe, check road conditions, and if you are in a known flood risk area, have plans ready. London, just to recap, Thursday afternoon rain arrives, heaviest Thursday night into Friday morning, gradually easing Saturday. 40 to 50 millimeters across the capital. The Thames not expected to flood, but smaller tributaries could see elevated levels. Leicester, similar timing to Nottingham, Friday afternoon into Saturday morning for main rain. 30 to 40 millimeters expected. Right then, let me bring this together. We are looking at a very wet end to the week across southern Britain. Scotland and Northern Ireland seeing rain, but not the extreme totals forecast for southwest England. Strong winds accompanying the rain, particularly Thursday night and Friday. Flooding increasingly likely across already saturated areas of Devon, Cornwall, Somerset, South Wales. The uncertainty mainly centres on that rain band S northern edge and exact rainfall totals. Tomorrow S model runs will clarify this considerably, and those longer range hints of a pattern change mid-month are intriguing but not yet reliable enough to plan around. I know this isn't ideal weather for early February. Unfortunately, this pattern looks locked in through at least the middle of next week. The Atlantic conveyor belt of low-pressure systems shows no signs of switching off just yet. But here is tomorrow's forecast in summary form. I'll have updated rainfall totals for every region, clarified timing for that northern rain band edge, and most importantly, I'll show you what those latest model runs are suggesting for the weekend and early next week. The situation will be clearer. The uncertainty will be less. If you haven't already, drop your city or county in the comments. I read through them every evening, and I'll work as many locations as possible into tomorrow's personalized forecast. Seeing requests from Cornwall to Shetland, and I want to make sure everyone gets the specific information they need for their area. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate you taking the time to stay informed about the weather. These forecasts take considerable time to put together, and knowing they are helpful makes it worthwhile. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:00 in the evening with the next update. Until then, stay safe, stay dry if you can, and I'll